I'm saving energy and looking sleek.
You don't have to sit in the dark like Ed Begley Jr. to save the world. Fight climate change by speaking up for cleaner, smarter energy, including rooftop solar.
Oh, that's way better. Oh.
Do your part and find out other world-saving tips at betterthaned.org.
We've got Hastings and Tartan in a one-run ball game. Here in the bottom of the fourth, Kyle Moronic still on the mound for the Raiders as that one's sharply hit to the softball press box here at Tartan High School. It is Ramar Edwards getting us started in the bottom of the fourth. Edwards grounded out to shortstop and has not hit since the first inning. Edwards versus Moronic. And that one stays in, and Pagel unable to get it. A beautiful April afternoon here in Minnesota. 0-2 for Edwards. And Edwards strikes out. That'll bring up Cooper Amartefio. Caught the last two outs of the top of the fourth. He ironically flew out to left field in the bottom of the second in his first at-bat of the game. I only say ironically because that's the same position that he plays, but if you have to explain the joke, I guess it's not that funny. Nonetheless, here we are, 1-0 for the left fielder. And this ball is right underneath Pagel. Two up, two down for Kyle Moronic here in the bottom of the fourth. Grady Burkhart is up next. That ball went straight to the sky. Barely moved. Burkhart. Grounded out in the second inning. And Burkhart watches that one go by his feet for the 1-2. This one is sent to our spectators on the east grassy knoll. Two strikes for Burkhart. Did he go? No, he did not. The count is full. For the freshman. He drives it into center, and he will reach. So that'll bring up the 8th grader, Cole Kraus. A remarkable at-bat from Burkhart, going down 0-2, climbing all the way back. One for Kraus. Doesn't get much better than this for an April day in Minnesota for some outdoor baseball. I've got 53 degrees. Wowzers. Driven up to second base, and it was not handled by Niederkorn. Burkhart stands up into third base. So after Moronic retired the first 2 batters here in the bottom of the 4th, the next 2 reach safely.
Go, Kyle, get this one.
Well, that was not a hit from Kraus. That was a E4. I got to make sure that's correct there. And another E4. Tartan takes a 2-run lead as once again Niederkorn unable to come up with the ground ball. While Rutherford, unfortunately for the Raiders, 2 errors in a row. And now suddenly Brandon Herr once again at the plate. Brandon Herr has scored twice in this game for the Tartan Titans. Up to short, but slowly. This is going to be a tough play, and the Raiders don't have a throw at all. The sky is falling on the bases right now for the Raiders. The bases are loaded for Tartan. The bases are loaded, and now Kyle Moronic has one of the most uncomfortable spots he's faced all afternoon. 2 outs. The only good thing for Moronic right now is that he retired the first 2 batters in this inning. Just 1 out away from getting out of this mess and limiting the damage. And that one hit the gator cart.
Go, Kyle, you got it.
0-2. Moronic is 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. And he does. Struck him out looking, and Moronic limits the damage. It's 4-2 in favor of Tartan, and Tartan leaves 3 runners stranded on the bases. We'll be right back on SCC TV.
I'm trying so hard at practice. I don't want to let anyone down. Between homework, studying, and tests, I can't catch up. No matter what I do, I feel like I'm falling further and further behind. I don't even have time for my friends anymore. I don't think I can handle this. But you know what? I know where to go for help. I found the Your Life, Your Voice app to track my moods and get tips for what to do in stressful situations. Plus, I can access free crisis counseling and create a plan, so I know what to do the next time problems or emotions feel like too much. Or if you need help now, call the Boys Town National Hotline at 800-448-3000. No matter how you reach out, there are people on the other end who can help you live your best life. With the help of real-life professionals at Boys Town, every day is an opportunity to get better. Visit yourlifeyourvoice.org today.
Welcome back to Tartan. I am Carl Warner. You're watching SCC. We have a 2-run ball game. Tartan Titans just scoring another run in the bottom of the second as we enter the top of the 5th. For the Raiders, in this half inning, we will see Werner, McKnight, and Vial at bare minimum. For Werner, he flew out to right in the first and struck out in the second. Got a nice crowd on hand today to watch this baseball game, couple hundred people. We also have some good crowd behind us at the softball game as well. 2 runs separate the Raiders and the Titans here in the top of the 5th. Over halfway done with our game this afternoon. Werner watches the ball go by. Isaac Long in his 5th inning of work. In the last 10 meetings, the Tartan Titans and Hastings Raiders, Hastings has won 8 of them. And Long unable to find the zone. And Werner reaches base for the first time today. That'll bring up Colton McKnight. And he drops his bat before he steps into the box. And you imagine that Colton hopes that's not a glimpse into the future of what this at-bat holds. And he immediately smacks it into right and foul. This ball game is an hour and 15 minutes old. We've scored 6 runs. Hastings down by 2 with 3 more chances to hit. And that one is foul. Tartan running after it, and it drops, so the at-bat for McKnight will continue. McKnight now. Staying alive here in the top of the 5th. The Minnesota Twins keeping their season alive. They have one of the longest winning streaks in the MLB. 4 wins in a row, sweeping the Tigers this week. McKnight. And Herr has got it. He falls over, but that's his 2nd catch of the afternoon. Vial now. Designated hitter for the Raiders. Hit the RBI double to score the Raiders runs in the first. Then he hit a single in the third. Looking for a play, and it's in time for out number 2. That'll bring up Brady Henriksen. And Henriksen hits it up, and the throw across Kraus to Burkhart is good. 3 outs in a row for the Tartan Titans after walking Werner. No damage done. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th.
There's nothing like celebrating a big play. But now, we're celebrating something bigger than sports.
Love, you're mine. Love, you're mine.
Love, you're mine.
You're training your mind as much as you're training your body.
For me, just stay grounded. Be with the people who make my mental health better and not worse.
I can and I will.
Grateful for the highs, grateful for the lows.
I am talented, healthy, and strong.
The best is yet to come.
So when you see us hit this, it's a reminder to
Love.
Love, love,
love.
Love, you're mine.
you're mine.
You're mine.
Welcome back to Titan Town. This is SCC. You're watching the Raiders and the Titans. Tartan with a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Once again, we have our pitcher-on-pitcher matchup. Our 2 number 12s, Isaac Long and Kyle Moronic. Isaac Long playing the Shohei Ohtani role as he swings through for strike 1. Moronic. It's a dropped third strike. And Long is retired. Kuehl, the right fielder, is up next with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. And it looks like the Raiders may be warming up a reliever. I'll have to pull my sunglasses off to pull out the binoculars here, and it looks like it is number 24, Zach Simon, who is warming up out in left field for the Raiders. 1-2 for Kuehl. Be 2-2. You wonder when the Raiders plan on bringing Simon into the game. As it stands right now, the Raiders are down by 2 as they try to climb back into this one. They led 2-0 after the top of the first. And Kuehl strikes out. Huell 1 for 2 on the day. And that will bring up Ramar Edwards, who is 0 for 2 on the day. Edwards, he grounded out to short in the first and struck out in the fourth. Tartan Titans looking for their first victory of the season. One and one. And a powerful swing through there. The 1-2 for Ramar Edwards. Trying to prevent himself from going 0 for 3 on the day. Stays alive after fouling that one back. Martefio runs after it. Up in the air, and it is Moronic himself. So 1-2-3, fifth inning for Moronic and the Raiders, as Tartan still leads by 2 as we head to the 6th. I'm Carl Warner, you're watching SCC.
When you define people by a piece of paper, you might throw away talent. A bachelor's degree isn't the only measure of what a person can do. Open their story, let it unfold, and see what others miss. Because not every perfect hire follows the same path. When you look beyond the paper, you'll see millions of stars, skilled through alternative routes, and the experiences they've gained along the way. Hire skills first.
Time for the bottom of the 6th. The top of the 6th, rather. Top of the 6th inning now for the Hastings Raiders. Lundstrom, Myers, and Butler, the guaranteed hitters. It is still Isaac Long on the mound. He faced 4 Raiders in the 5th. His first pitch is strike 1. Head coach Todd Klingsborn gotta think he's loving what he's seeing thus far. On the flip side, head coach Ryan Stoffel looking for his Raiders to climb back into this game. 0-2 for Carter Lundstrom. And Lundstrom goes down on strikes. That'll bring up Charlie Myers. Lundstrom, one of the only players in today's game yet to reach base, including Charlie Myers, who will once again not reach base there. Myers struck out in the first, grounded out to first, and flew out to third. And now we're going to have a substitution here. It's going to be Joey Horton hitting for the Raiders. And Horton replaces Butler. Wonder if we will see some defensive substitutions for the Raiders in the bottom of the 6th. Horton's first at-bat of the game. And now he is looking to give the Raiders a spark, and that's what he does. Out into center field. And the Raiders have a base runner with 2 outs.
Good job, Joey.
Cooper Pagel flew out to right and flew out to left in the 2nd and 4th innings, respectively. Runner on first for the Raiders as Pagel looks at strike 2. There goes the runner, and it's fouled away, so Horton will have to retreat back to first. Isaac Long 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. And he's not going to find it right there.
Hey, go find one here. Hey, be confident here. Be confident.
6 strikeouts on the day for Isaac Long, looking for number 7. And he's got it. 7 strikeouts through 6 for Isaac Long. Horton is stranded, and the Tartan Titans go into the bottom of the 6th with a 4-2 lead.
Where are you going for your parenting advice?
Are you tired of constantly asking your kids to put down their devices and do their homework?
Ever feel like your household has a listening problem? Hello, I am Dr. Diaz, and here are the top 5.
As a licensed parenting consultant specializing in conflict resolution.
Do you know who's really behind that parenting video? In a world where expertise is created with the click of a button, how do you trust where your parenting advice is coming from? There's one place to go for tested, trusted, proven advice. Parenting.org is your source for free, expert-led parenting resources. Our articles, videos, tools, and quick tips were developed over decades by Boys Town child behavior experts. Real experts, real advice for real families. Tested, trusted, proven, real. Visit parenting.org to learn more.
Welcome back to Tartan. I'm Carl Warner. You're watching SCC. We have a pitching change. It is going to be Zach Simon on the mound now for the Hastings Raiders. And I'll have to scan the field. It doesn't appear that we have any other defensive substitutions. So Moronic ends his outing with 5 strikeouts, as Simon is now brought in to try to keep the Raiders within spitting distance when we get to the top of the 7th. If you are new to Minnesota high school baseball, we only play 7 innings unless the game is tied. So the Tartan Titans are 3 outs away from wrapping this game up when we get to the 7th. So it's Cooper Martefio. That one is out to the batting cages. The center fielder for Tartan flew out to left and popped one up for Cooper Pagel in the 4th. He stays alive as Simon tries to get his first out of the day. And he does. No, rather, that's strike 2. Can Simon put him away? Now he does. 1 batter, 1 strikeout for Zach Simon. That'll bring up Grady Burkhart, who singled in the 4th and grounded out in the 2nd. Burkhart takes the inside low, ball 1. Wonder if there's any relation to Kevin Burkhart, the #1 NFL broadcaster for play-by-play broadcaster for Fox. Also the lead studio host of the World Series. Here comes Simon. And Pagel will watch that one roll back as Simon tries to mow down another hitter. This one nearly striking one of the Titan coaching staff members. Down there on the 3rd baseline. Got to stay sky aware if you're going to be out there. Dribbled back up to Simon. Can he make the play? Yes, he can. Cole Kraus, the 8th grader, could possibly be the final batter of the game for the Tartan Titans. Tartan and Hastings separated by 2 runs. Zach Simon on the mound. 2-1 now for the 8th grader. Strike 2, and Kraus is not the only young shortstop making headlines right now. If you not following the Pittsburgh Pirates, just called up Connor Griffin to the big leagues. 19 years old, starting shortstop for the Pirates. That'll be full count now. They gave him a $140 million extension without Connor Griffin ever playing a Major League Baseball game. Becoming more and more of a trend now in the major leagues to give your prospects long-term extensions. And Simon still dealing with Krause. And Krause helicopters his bat back to Rutherford, who has to make sure that he gets out of the way. But nonetheless, Krause is walked. First time he's reached base today. That'll bring up Weil Rutherford, the center fielder. In 3 at-bats today, he's been walked. He's grounded out and he reached on an error. Here's Rutherford. Strike one. Brandon Herr up next, still wearing his catching gear, at least the knee pads. And I don't blame him one bit. Simon. Struggling a little bit to find the zone. And that one nearly at the feet of Rutherford, taking off for second, and Pagel's got to be careful. That could have resulted in a much worse scenario. Krause now on second after the pitch goes awry. Gotta wonder how the artificial turf on the mound and at home plate affects the players involved. Rutherford staying in this. He's got a full count. Simon, 1 strike away from getting out of this. That ball ended up right in front of us here at our SCC broadcast table. And Rutherford still alive in this at-bat. Drives it to second, and again, Niederkorn can't handle it. Being waved around, and Tartan scores another run. Krause in to score as Rutherford reaches on the second. That's the second time that Rutherford has reached base in this game directly because of a Niederkorn error. The 3rd error on the day for Niederkorn. While we have a moment, I want to thank all of our amazing crew here at SCC. All of the incredible people working the cameras and everything else in the production truck as the Raiders nearly had a collision. But yes, the inning is over. Regardless if it was McKnight or Butler who ended up with it. That was an interesting sight. Hastings and Tartan separated by 3. The Raiders have 3 outs to go. We'll see if they can come up with some magic in the top of the 7th.
SCC TV is your home for high school sports.
And the Zephyrs find the buses to St. Paul once again.
Tune in all school year long for live broadcasts of Zephyr, Titan, and Bear sports.
Inside the park, home run.
Don't miss any of the action as we bring you football, soccer, volleyball, hockey, basketball, and much more.
Misses high, and White Bear Lake will take the lead.
Want even more of the action? You can find us on Facebook, X, Instagram, and YouTube for all the highlights, stats, and updates you need. SCC Sports can be found on Comcast Channel 19 or 801 HD in our viewing area, and most games will be streamed on our YouTube channel as well.
Carries the puck into the zone. Road, a drive, score! Nash Road game winner!
SCC Sports, connecting you to your community.
Isaac Long, 3 outs away from a complete game and a victory for the Titans, looking for their first win of the year. Long has 7 strikeouts through 6 as we head to the 7th, where the Raiders' final hope will be in the hands of Niederkorn, Werner, and McKnight. I'm Carl Warner. You're watching SCC TV. So to start, we will have Lucas Niederkorn, the second baseman for the Raiders. Tartan 3 outs away from putting this one in the books. And Long starts this inning up high. The Titans . 2-0 to start the 7th. Tartan's next game will be versus Simile Monday at 4:30. And Long still cannot find the zone. 3-0 for Niederkorn. And a leadoff walk is exactly what the Raiders could use right now. And there is strike 1. This ball game 1 hour and 45 minutes old. And ball 4 for Niederkorn. And now the decision to keep Long on the mound for the 7th inning is something that has to be wondered about. The Tartan coaching staff certainly having full faith in him and his ability to finish this game. Cole Werner. And our softball game behind us, now officially over. Started just moments before our baseball game here. Man on first for the Hastings Raiders in the top of the 7th. Popped up for Myers. So 1 out now as Colton McKnight steps into the left-handed batter's box. Tartan 2 outs away. This one is into center field and down. Niederkorn will hold up at second. A single for Colton McKnight. And now the Raiders have 2 runners on, and the game-tying run is at the plate. For the same hitter who scored the Raiders only 2 runs scored in this game back in the first. It'll be Austin Vial. The designated hitter is now the Tartan Titans have a discussion on the mound. They realize they're only 1 pitch away from this game being over. The Hastings Raiders, their next game will be Monday at Matamidi, 4:30 p.m. And it looks like we will have a change here. And a multitude of defensive changes, I'm sure, as well. It will be Cruz Jorgensen on the mound as Tartan hopes that he can wrap up this game. We'll be right back on SCC.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Oh, I don't see where you got your degree.
I don't have one. I went another route.
All right. I guess tell me a bit about your experience.
For 15 years, I've been managing logistics and mastering project management skills.
Wow. Sounds like you've got just the kind of skills and experience we're looking for.
Welcome back to Tartan. Drama time here at Hartman Field. It is now Cruz Jorgensen on the mound. As Vial drives this one, and it's dropped! Looking for the force out, they won't get it, and the Raiders have the bases loaded. It was dropped, and now, just like that, the Raiders are knocking on the door of tying and getting back into this game. Brady Henriksen up next. Hendrickson against Jorgensen. Oh, and he's hit! That'll score a run, and the Raiders are within 2. So Niederkorn comes in to score, and that'll bring up Carter Lundstrom. Again, the Raiders are 1 pitch away from losing this game. Could they get it out here? Throw over to first, and he is safe. The Raiders score another run. The bases are still loaded for the Raiders. They're only down by 1. This could be an epic comeback for the blue and gold. It's Charlie Myers. Cruz Jorgensen still trying to settle in. Isaac Long got 19 of the 21 required outs. Jorgensen still yet to record an out here in the 7th. And this ball is down. 1 run scores. Another's being waved around. And the Hastings Raiders have the lead. Tartan, the Titans' lead crumbles. Unreal. The Hastings Raiders who have trailed a majority of this game have the lead. Popped up and significantly foul. And now the Raiders, and no telling, I believe Zach Simon will continue to be on the mound for the Raiders. There will be a bottom of the 7th in this game. That is barely foul. And Tartan has to be awfully lucky there. And it was Isaac Long there at third. If that one would have snuck by him fair, that definitely would have scored another run. On the mound is Jorgensen. Driven, but this one's going to be foul. And oh no, did one of the looks like everyone's okay over there. 1-2. Hastings trying to add to their lead. Runner goes, no throw. Both runners go. The Raiders have scored 4 runs in the 7th inning. And now Cruz Jorgensen. 1 strike away from recording his first out. That one went straight to the Raider dugout. This improbable 7th inning from the Raiders continues. Raiders started last season 1-5, looking to improve on that this year. And I'm starting to think I should have put on some sunscreen. Directly at us. Here we go. Jorgensen did not get Horton to bite. This is Butler, rather. Butler back in. He was hit for by Horton. Now it's Butler. Popped up. And it's dropped again, and the Raiders will score another run. Grady Burkhart lost the ball in the sun. Five runs have scored for the Hastings Raiders. In the 7th inning. Runners go. And I'm having a rough time keeping up with the with the scorebook here. It's Cooper Pagel. Into right. It's a long run. And it's caught. Runner tags up, and the Raiders score again. Myers comes in to score. And the Raiders have an 8-5 lead after starting the 7th inning down 2-5. This incredible comeback from the Raiders continues. And now it's Lucas Niederkorn, who was the first Raider to hit in this inning. Cooper Pagel's sacrifice fly was the first out since Cole Werner, who hit second for the Raiders. Niederkorn going way back in the shade and making the grab, and this nightmare of a 7th inning ends for the Tartan Titans. They will be down 3 as we head to the bottom of the 7th.
Ever get the feeling life is sneaking up on you and you're in over your head? Today, the world seems different, and you find yourself overwhelmed. You're facing new decisions, new expectations, new anxieties you never had to face before. What is going on here? If it feels like life is turning up the pressure, there's a resource that can help you sort things out. YourLifeYourVoice.org isn't just another app. It's a collection of ideas, interactive tools, and expert advice on how to navigate the challenges the world can throw at you. If you're feeling like you're in over your head with life, visit YourLifeYourVoice.org. It's time to come up for fresh air.
Well, if you took a break from the game and are just coming back now, I assure you that scoreboard is correct. The Hastings Raiders scored 6 runs in the top of the 7th, and now they lead by 3. 3 outs away from a victory. The Titans will have Jorgensen, Long, and Kuehl. And now this is an interesting situation, and it looks like we're actually going to have a pitch hitter here. Sam Gomez will lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th to try to keep Tartan's hopes of winning. Here's Gomez, matched up against Zach Simon. Gomez swings through, strike 1. Simon. Simon's got 1 strikeout as his relief appearance started in the 6th inning. 2 strikes now for Gomez, wearing the red helmet. Gomez calls time, and now here we go. Gomez versus Simon. Gomez stays alive. Fouled away as that one rips by Myers. Two and two for Gomez. Full count now for Gomez. As his teammates encourage him, and Gomez can't believe it. That expression says it all. And that is one of the best social clips you can ever use. Gomez strikes out looking. So whether or not it was correct, that is the second strikeout of the afternoon for Simon. And now before he knows it, he's got an opportunity for number 3. Hastings Raiders 2 outs away from picking up a victory. It's Isaac Long who drives it into left center for a hit. That is Long's second single of the day. He hit a single all the way back in the first inning. Blake Kuehl. The double play is a threat for Tartan now. Got to be mindful. Into the outfield. That'll drop down for a hit, and now Tartan has multiple base runners. That is also the second hit of the day for Kuehl. Just like Long, he also had a single in the first. Adds a single to his resume in the 7th inning. As this brings up, looking for 2, and this ball game is over. The Raiders win. The comeback is complete. Hastings, they were trailing by 3 going into the final inning. They score 6 runs in the top of the 7th, and they take home the victory. The Tartan Titans and the Hastings Raiders deliver another Metro East classic. Here's a replay of the double play finish that ended this game. The Raiders and the Titans deliver once again. And there was so much to look for in this game. The story of this game we thought was going to be told because of Niederkorn's errors at second base, but then it turned out the pitching changes was the final story of this game, as the Hastings Raiders initially took a 2-0 lead in the first inning, only for Tartan to come back in the bottom of the first and tie the game at 2. From there, the Tartan Titans. Sorry, I was saying hello to one of my old hockey coaches, the head coach, Ryan Stoffel. Nonetheless, the Tartan Titans continued to add to their lead. And then the Hastings Raiders were faced with a deficit that they had to climb out of. As you see the Titans here, and you see the errors on the base paths as the Titans continue to add on to their lead. It was the Raiders, however, that were not done yet, because in the top of the 7th, they scored not 1, not 2, but 6 runs An incredible comeback led the Raiders to a victory here at Hartman Field. You see here the Raiders. You see the errors from both teams today and how they contributed to the story of how this one ended up. So glad that all of you could join us today on SCC Sports as the Raiders and the Titans debrief after what has been one heck of a ball game. The official time of game, 2 hours and 2 minutes in what was another Metro East classic. Thank you so much for watching this afternoon. I'm Carl Warner. We'll be back before you know it on SCC Sports. Hastings beats Tartan in comeback fashion.